Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss the trapezoidal rule. So actually, what is trapezoidal rule? So trapezoidal means that trapezium. So we are using the concept of trapezium to find the area. So the definite integral where we have in here, integrate for the function fx with respect to x for the limit a until b is the area under the curve fx. Therefore, if we have the integral, integrate fx with respect to x cannot be integrated. So means that for the chapter 1 integration, it cannot be integrated. So we are going to use the trapezoidal rule to approximate the value for the definite integral. Integrate fx with respect to x for the limit a to b can be found by evaluating the approximate area by using the trapezoidal rule. So do remember, we only approximate or estimate the area. Next part, to derive the formula for trapezoidal rule for the situation, integrate for the function fx with respect to x for the limits a to b. So let's the y naught means that the value for y. y1, y2, and etc. to be the value of the function f at the ordinate x0 means that the value of x, x1, x2, and so on, respectively. The area under the curve is divided into a numbers of parallel strips. So in here we have the keywords strip, parallel strips, each with the width. So n is the numbers of strip. Or the subinterval or the parts. So where we have the formula in finding the h. So here we have the situation. So let's say we have the function fx. So the trapezoidal rule is to use to estimate the area under the curve as a sum of the area of trapezium. So as we can see, here we have a trapezium. Okay, so here we have the ordinate x0, x1, x2 until xn. So whenever we substitute the value x0 into the function fx, and we will have the value of y. So we denoted it as y0. If the situation is x1, so we denoted it as y1, and so on. So when we are using trapezoidal rule means that we are going to add on this part with the other four parts. So in here we will have the area under the graph. So kindly refers to the diagram. So now what we have to do is to sum up the area of trapezium. So now we are going to derive the formula for the trapezium or the trapezoidal rule. So kindly focus on this part where we have the trapezium. So do remember the formula for trapezium or the area for trapezium. So the formula will be area is equals to 1 over 2 multiplied with a plus b multiplied with the c. So in here we have 1 over 2. The a actually represents the value of this part. Okay, then we have the value b for this part, value of y. Then we have the value c for this part. So kindly substitute the situation. So here we will have y0 plus y1 multiplied with the width, where we name it as h. So for the second part, again we will have 1 over 2 bracket, where we will have y1 plus y2 multiplied with the h. For the third part, again repeat the situation, 1 over 2 bracket multiply with the yn minus 1 plus with the y2 multiply with the h, and keep on doing the part. If you notice that we have y0 plus y1 over 2 multiply with the h. Next, proceeds plus, again, we have y1 plus y2 divide by 2 and multiply with the h. Continue, and we will have y2 plus y3 over 2 multiply with the h, and so on until the final part, and so on until the final part where we have yn minus 1 plus with the yn over 2 multiply with the h. So as we can see, we can factor the situation. For this part, we notice that we have over 2. And the same time, we have h. So meaning that we can factor out the h and also the 2. So now we factor out the h. And we notice that if we split the situation, we will have y0 over 2 plus with y1 over 2 plus with another y1 over 2. So it will become y1. Then keep on moving. Here we have y2 over 2. Here we have another y2 over 2. So y2 over 2 plus with the y2 over 2, again we will have y2. And keep on repeating the same thing until the final part. Here we will repeat the same situation. Y sub n minus 1 over 2 plus with the previous one we also have y n sub 1 over 2. So we will have y n minus 1. For the final part we have y sub n over 2. So that's why we have y sub n over 2. So rearrange the situation for this part. That's why we have y0 plus yn over 2. So the remaining one will be stated in here, y1, y2 until yn minus 1. So rearrange the situation and we decide to factor out the 1 over 2. So if we factor out the 1 over 2, so we will have h over 2 multiply with y0 plus yn. So in here, if we factor out 1 over 2, means that we have to multiply the 2 with y1 until yn minus 1. So rewrite the situation. So here we will have the formula for trapezoidal rule. So if we integrate the situation for the function fx with respect to x, a to b, and we can apply the formula h over 2 multiply with y0 plus y1 plus 2 multiply with y1, y2, y3 until y sub n minus 1. So with the h, b minus a over n, where n is the numbers of strip, numbers of interval, or numbers of parts. So previously we already discussed how to obtain the formula for trapezoidal rule. So now, based on the question, use the trapezoidal rule to obtain approximate value of the following indefinite integral, correct to 4 decimal places. So kindly refer to the example. So given the function is cos x to the power 4. So do remember, write down the situation where we have cos x to the power of 4. So before we start the situation, so kindly key in the mode radian. Okay, because we are dealing with trigo function. Key in the mode radian. So question given, integrate the function of cos to the power 4x with respect to x for the limit 0 until pi over 4 by using 5 ordinates. So in here, 5 ordinates means that refers to the value of x. So if you notice that, given the situation 5 ordinates means that the numbers of strip will be equals to 4. So What we have to do now is to find the value of h, or the width. So the width will be pi over 4 minus 0. And then divide by n, where we have n is equals to 4. So the width will be pi over 16. So kindly refers to the starting value, where we have 0, x0, followed by x1, pi over 16, means that we have to add on the h, followed by x2, again, pi over 16 plus with pi over 16, so we will have 2 pi over 16, followed by x sub 3 plus another pi over 16, then finally we have x sub 4, so we will have 4 pi over 16. So here we have one strip, followed by the second strip, third and the fourth. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If we refer to the ordinate, so here we will have the value of x, one ordinate, the second, the third, the fourth and the fifth ordinate. Then make use of the calculator. Kindly key in the calculator and then press the button calculate. Repeat the process in order to have the value of y. So for the function, key in cos x bracket to the power of 4. Then we will have the answer y0 and the y4. Then this will be the y1, y2 and y3. Then sum up the value for y0 and the y4 and we will have 1.25. Same goes to this part where we have to sum up the y1, y2 and y3. So finally, substitute the situation into the formula where we have h over 2 bracket y0 plus y4 plus 2 multiplied with y1 plus y2 plus y3. And finally, we have the answer 0.5413032615. So the area will be 0.5413 if the question asking about 4 decimal places. So here we are, and thanks for watching.